Today we're talking about softer life and what it means to me about having that softer life and what I'm looking forward to and what I'm working towards, all of the things. What does it mean to me to have that softer life, to be more calm and more careful about myself and to be more careful about what I'm actually doing in the day? I think we talk so much about being really careful about what we put in our bodies, but also we should be focusing a lot on what we're putting ourselves around and what we're actually doing in the day and who we're surrounding ourselves with. For me, I'm really trying to build that softer life. I'm trying to build a bit of a life where I can still have all of that really fun time in my 20s where I'm exploring new people and I'm existing in all of these different ways and I get to go out and do silly, stupid things where I'm out till 5 a.m. with my friends. I love that. That is so meaningful to me. It is so important. But then also having the days where I am just calmly by myself and I'm existing in my mornings and I'm having slow mornings and I'm really being aware of my nervous system and I'm taking care of myself in all the ways that I need to and just being really cautious about all of that. And so in some way I'm trying to build a softer life, especially because summer's coming soon and I want to be able to maximize that summer and be able to enjoy it the most. Also, can you tell that my voice is completely dead? I'm so sorry. I might have totally been screaming a little bit too much this weekend. And I did go out, actually, which is one of the reasons this is prompting this video, is that I went out twice this weekend, and both nights the music was too good. I knew every song, I was singing everything, screaming. So this is the kind of Rachel you get. She's also low-key sick, so drink of the day, guys. We've been doing a bunch of tea. This tea is the lemongrass ginger fennel, the classic tea, the delish tea. But we're going to try to chug a bunch of this and we're going to chug a bunch of sleepy time tea and we're going to lay in our bed after this and we're going to watch a cutie little movie. We've had a very long full day and we're just going to pass out. I watched 10 minutes of Toy Story last night because I got too tired before it, but I think I'm going to watch that again. So what does it actually mean to me to have a softer life? Of course, I'm going to still do the stuff where I go out. I do think that I'm considering doing it a hell of a lot less, for sure. I was doing it definitely too much. I have some of the best friends ever. I think I have some of the best people around me in the world. And a couple of the people in that group and I were going out a lot and it was so much fun. And I honestly needed it. I think that there was an era in my life where I was like, I just need to go out and do silly, stupid stuff and things I'm gonna regret the next day at work and just be a silly 20-year-old for a bit because I want to experience life in my chaotic way. But then there was also so much of me that I'm like, I'm just exhausted of this. I just need to calm down. I need to enjoy spring to the fullest. I need to come back mid-July and go just as hard again, but take a big step down. So that's the goal right now, is to focus a little bit more on just taking care of myself, which means focusing on good foods and being really protein heavy and really fiber heavy and working out in low impact movements like long walks and soft jogs and really good quality Pilates, just the things that actually make my body feel better. And also taking my L-glutamine. I need to start doing that again. I have some pills coming tomorrow, which I'm really excited about because frankly, guys, the gut health is at a negative 5,000. It's always been bad. I've never had great gut health. And maybe it has something to do with the fact that I was drinking a little bit. But also, frick me, we need to improve this about now. So that's the goal at the moment. And so far doing great. Little pat on my back. I am putting in the effort. I am eating the good foods. You guys should see my fridge right now. It is full of delicious foods. Ooh, some things on the menu this next week. We're doing beet borscht. So excited. I can literally make a giant bowl of beet borscht, a pot of borscht that serves 4 people and eat the whole thing in a night. Borscht is, it's bad around me. It's illegal, it's dangerous, I can't. But beet borscht, a little cream, a little feta, a potato, so good. So I'm so excited about that. I'm gonna have a friend over for dinner sometime soon. Actually, I should invite her. I should see what she's doing on Friday because that could be so fun to have her over for dinner and be able to just celebrate lives and make a little dinner and hang out. I might do that with 2 of my closest friends. That's so fun. Actually, I should do that. I should text her. I never ended up getting to celebrate one of her wins recently and I want to because I think that's so fun. But I'm gonna have friends over for dinner. I made chili yesterday, so I've been munching on the chili. I've been doing scrambled eggs a lot. I used to have the craziest egg of my life. Could not stand eggs for the life of me. But now I'm doing scrambled eggs. Been loving that. That's fun. It's cute for me. Good protein, I think. Good micronutrients, I think. I don't know shit. I just copy everything that I see on Instagram. We just literally copy and say every single thing that we see from somebody else. I've been hearing so many people in my life being like, oh, so I read an article And it was saying, and I'm like, girl, you did not read that article, you big fat fucking liar. Hello, you saw it on TikTok, just be honest. And I'm gonna relate to you more when you say you saw it on TikTok anyway. But I guess that's one of the things that also means a slow life to me, is being really careful about what I'm putting into my body. And not because I need to be so perfectly done and this skinny, or I need to be following these specific Victoria's Secret diet models, like model diets. Wait, whoa. Not all of that stuff, but because I genuinely feel gross. I feel distended and bloated and tired and just like I want to pass the F out if I'm just eating a ton of salt and sugar. I don't feel good. And I want to get into a habit really quickly in my 20s, just like all of the other habits I'm going to talk about, that I want to start feeling consistently better so that the nights I do decide to go out and I want to drink and hang out with friends, I can not only recover a lot faster the day after, but also enjoy the time more because it's more special and unique rather than it being twice a weekend. Because once it's twice a weekend, sometimes fucking more, by the way. It has been more. There goes my camera. I think I need to get a better tripod. And I literally have a better tripod, but I'm just not using it. Anyway, just so I can enjoy those nights out even more. So all of the soft moments that I'm also loving and just getting so much from and being so healed from, the other moments are just as valuable. I think a couple little random things that I've been doing is, I started this one just recently and I went out to get more candles today. But in the evening, 2 to 3 hours before I go to bed, putting on soft lights. Never, ever, ever do I use this overhead light in my house. I think it is terrible and disgusting and I hate it and I will not. I just refuse. But I use soft lighting and tons of candles, and something I've been doing too is doing my skincare routine in candle lighting. I don't know what it is, but the second that it's candle lighting, I'm spending a good 45 minutes on my skincare routine. I want to sit in that bathroom, or stand, I guess I stand in the bathroom, and just lather myself up and take care of myself. And I'm excited to floss. Hello. I've never liked flossing ever. I am double brushing my teeth, double cleansing. I'm adding on all these serums. I'm being super soft, super gentle, everything. But when I have harsh, bright lighting, all I want to do is scrub my face over quick, use one makeup wipe, splash on some lotion, and get the fuck to bed. And there's something about the calm lighting that I just go from high intensity to the lowest level, and I just feel like it's such a quality decrescendo so that when I get to my bed, I'm ready to pass out. And all I want to do is just get back into bed and now feel cuddly. And I'm not saying I'm not going to watch a show if I want to watch a show. I've been reading too when I go to bed, and I've been loving that. Having the balance. You know what? Last night, all I wanted to do was watch Toy Story. I watched Toy Story 3, and I watched about 15 minutes, and then I fell asleep. And also, Lotso the Bear is a scary effing dude. I remember being terrified of him as a kid. He's still just as creepiest bear ever. F that bear. I know he was super deeply hurt, and he's got a trauma story and everything, but he sucks. But doing little things like that have been so lovely. In the morning, being really slow with actually getting out of bed. And that doesn't mean scrolling, but it means actually just laying in my bed for 10 minutes and just staring up at the ceiling and thinking all these positive thoughts for the day and thinking about what I get to do and little things that I'm going to try to do. I did so much today that I didn't think was going to happen, and I loved that. I did so much YouTube brainstorming. I got to go to the library. I went on a super long walk. I did a little workout. I made good food. I've had a great day, super solid day, and now I'm filming, and then I'm going to get to go to bed after this. But just being slower throughout my day. In the past, I've rushed things. When I mean rushed, genuinely, I went shopping today too. But I would run from point A to point B to get whatever point B I need to do done so that I can run to point C so that I can finish that, so I can do this, so I can get home, so that I can pass out. And I've noticed the slower and slower I am in life, the more time I feel like I have, the more quality of whatever I am doing has increased. And also, I just don't feel as tired at night, which is a balance between good and bad, because low-key, if I don't feel tired, I'll just lay in my bed for a really long time and either scroll or read or just stay up way later than I want to. And I have a 5 a.m. wake-up call tomorrow because I've got an early shift. So other things like this, just being really careful to put up my boundaries with myself and with other people has been really healing and helping that. I think that in the past, not only with the speed thing where I'll just push, not only did I not notice that I was pushing so much and I was just doing too much, but also I just say yes in a lot of different corners and I just do more than I need to be doing. So with the running around and doing so much at one time, you can take that down, you can calm down, enjoy what you're doing, and you're gonna feel physically better. Your body is gonna react so much better to that. as well as saying no to certain boundaries and being able to be very clear. Because I felt in the past, I felt like I've always wanted to say yes because I want to help other people out, and then I realized it doesn't necessarily help them if I then resent them for little things, or I then feel like I'm harming myself because of it, and I'm not being able to really appreciate those things for myself. So I'm really trying to make a balance between thinking about what is actually best for me in that moment and taking the more calm, softer approach. But this can feel really hard in life, especially because I do live alone and I can feel FOMO a lot. So I really want to be able to maximize my time and hang out with so many people all the time. But I know that if I'm going out 3 to 4 times a night, 3 to 4 times a week, and that doesn't necessarily mean going out to the club drinking, but if I'm going and doing stuff 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes I can feel really exhausted by that. I don't feel like I can put time into things that I really want. This channel or my own businesses, well, this is kind of my business, but this side of things, actual shifts, my acting course, just like my general education that I'm working on, so many different things, health and working out and all this stuff. And I just feel like when I end up pushing so much for other people in other ways because I want to fill one void of feeling a little bit more empty or feeling like a little bit more just like low-key lonely, then I'll fill that up with other things that don't actually fulfill it. But when I choose the softer approach, I end up feeling so fulfilled in so many ways. And I'm not saying that going out is like hell on earth. I've had so much fun. I've enjoyed all of it. I've had great times left, right, and center. But I'm trying to be more careful with just being soft because last week I hung out with a friend. It was the most beautiful day outside. I went to go buy myself a dress and I hung out with one of my favorite friends and we literally walked around the whole city for so long. She got more than me because she worked that morning, but I got 30,000+ steps, which is, by the way, crazy, and my hips still hurt, and that was 5 days ago. But so freaking worth it. We walked around. We both got dinner. We both just enjoyed the day. We didn't have to go out and go crazy clubbing, but we just softly enjoyed it. Then we met up with one friend after that. Then we hung out for an hour or two at his house, and then we slowly went home. And it was just calm and soft and good and just completely beautiful, and I loved all of that. And I've been spending a lot of money on Ubers, but I had so much fun. And that can be one of the most fulfilling hangouts that's still soft too. And we talked about everything and we enjoyed each other so much, and I want to do that once a week. I would absolutely do that once a week with her and have other little guests come in and out and see whoever wants to join that week and who doesn't, and see if we want to do it as a group thing or just like us two or whatever. That is my stuff. That makes me feel so content and so fulfilled, and I'm really creating connection, because that's another thing too that I've been noticing is when I'm going out, I'm really craving a lot of a connection from people, and I'm not being able to really create it in the club sense. And clubbing can be fun, but like truly at the end of the day, I'm hanging out in a group because I want to chat, because I want to get to know these people better, because I want to feel closer, because I want to talk, and I just want to bond and laugh and enjoy. And I think that you're not able to get those in more intense formats. See, this is another thing. It can be so scary and hard for me to do these things and push myself to the places that I know are going to be better for me, because I feel so bad rejecting people, especially when they're asking for something and they need something from me, but I just can't give that. I feel really shitty. Also, what is up with my hair today? Fuck that. I feel nervous, I feel scared, I want people to like me back, and I don't want to have this whole entire issue with them, and I don't want this, and I don't want that, and whatever. A whole little bundle of things. But I just know it is for my better. It is for me. And I'm not doing something terrible by saying no or just saying not this time, but I do need to think about myself priority-wise so that I can show up for people in the best ways too. Oh, I just spilled that tea all over my leg. I think I'm one of the world's worst drinkers. I cannot drink a single fucking liquid without that going either all down my shirt or all down my fucking legs, dude. What? Just gonna rub it on my sweater, it's fine. Something I've also been struggling with is feeling like I always have to optimize myself and balancing my fun life and work with play, and being able to really notice when I can soften things and when I can go a little bit harder and get a little bit crazier. Because I think in today's society, there's so much push in social media, especially in short form content, about people talking about how this is what they eat in the day, and this is how much they work out, and this is what their business is, and they're making 6 figures a day. People are always doing the craziest stuff, and it feels like you have to push again and again and again and again. that for me just gets heavy. It really does. I want to be able to keep working towards these goals and keep putting in all of this amazing effort so that I can eventually be what I'm really proud of. And not to say I'm not proud of myself now, I absolutely am, but just keep working towards these goals that I can see and be like, that was awesome. That was some seriously good effort on my part. It was something I always wanted to complete, and I did. But I don't always want to feel like I'm rushing towards a goal just to check it off, to rush towards another one. What's the point if you're just going to push yourself to go check and you're not even enjoying something, you're not enjoying the journey, you're not enjoying the actual ability to say, oh, I can do this now, or I can do that, or whatever it is. And so in some sense, I want to be able to optimize, I want to feel my best, I want to work towards, but I want to do it in a really conscious way where I'm not actively trying to push myself down this loop to feel worse and then end up just feeling shitty because I don't have enough time to do 45 workouts a day, and I don't have enough time to have a complete crazy business, and then I'm just going to end up feeling genuinely terrible because I can't live up to this crazy ideal standard of a social media perfect person that's not even my life. It's not even what I'm truly thriving for. It's not what I want to be. It's not what I want to create for a family if I have one. It's not what I want to see in future generations that I can advise on the internet, or future generations like my children or whatever. It's not even what I want. But there's this pressure to be a certain way, and that's why I'm trying to push that away and just going, you know what, I am going to pick the softer life. I want to do the slower things. And this is also very evident in my vlogs as well. I've only ever posted, I think I only posted one vlog this year. I've posted quite a few vlogs before. I've filmed a bajillion vlogs before. But I've said it time and time again, my current and consistent inspiration for vlogging is Oren Friedman. This woman's vlogs are fucking gorgeous. They are a piece of art. They are profound in some way, and I don't even know what it is, but you'll watch them and you're addicted to the style of it. And that is what I want to do with my vlogs. I'm going to start vlogging again and try to do it like a bi-weekly sort of thing. We'll see where that goes. Is it going to be monthly? Is it going to be bi-weekly? We'll see. Maybe it's weekly. Who knows? We'll try. But I want to pick that soft style of vlog. If you guys haven't watched her, please watch her. She has no idea who I am. This isn't a sponsored post or anything. She's a smaller creator as well, but her vlogs are just magical. And I want to watch that content. I want to be putting that content out so other people can be enjoying it too, because it's soft, it's light. It doesn't feel like judgy content. It doesn't feel like crazy, welcome back to the day of my life, guys. Oh my god, this is what we're doing all day. Crazy intent content where it's just thrown at you. It's just soft and magical, mystical, whimsical, whatever you would put in there. And that is the kind of content that I want to put out. It's the kind of content I want to live, all the things. I've attempted to be soft. I think in so many different ways I've attempted to be soft. This is so sexual and funny. Oh my fucking god. That's what it literally says in my notes too. My softness attempts. What I meant. My laugh doesn't even sound the same with my nose being so plugged. Oh my god. We're gonna try to help clear that off. I've attempted a softer approach in life many times, and I think the only way that really works is to consistently keep coming back to it. At least for me, I've noticed I'm a fail a billion times. So many. I'm gonna spend 5 days of the week, Monday through Friday, being very clean eating and very soft with my life and very slow and really maximizing what I can in some ways, but being very picky and choosy and putting up boundaries when I know that I want this and this is very important for me. And when I'm at home alone, I'm really able to prioritize what I need to prioritize. But the second that Saturday comes and I'm in a social setting and I'm hanging out with people, boom, now there goes my soft life approach. I'm partying, I'm having fun, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then Monday comes, I feel hungover, I feel terrible. Or maybe more Sunday comes, I feel hungover and terrible, then Monday gets affected. And this is not a whole conversation just about drinking, although I will definitely be making a podcast about that again because I just think it's such a fascinating topic. And honestly, it should be more of a relevant topic, although I'm not necessarily following it to a T. I'm a flawed person. I also change my mind constantly. That's something you guys should know. This should be prefaced in all of my podcasts. I'm gonna change my mind. Mark my words, in 6 months, maybe I'm gonna change this whole podcast and go, hey guys, I'm going hard. I'm going crazy. I'm doing everything I possibly can. I'm sleeping 2 hours a night. I am doing all of this crazy shit. I'm running 17 hours a day. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do all that stuff because I just know those approaches don't even work. But who knows if I do end up changing my mind, because chances are I will, because I have before many a time. But I definitely know that this approach just feels more healing, and it feels more nurturing to myself, and it feels more protecting to my soul. And I think that those things are just so important to show up and be the best person I want to be, and show up in my relationships with people better, and be able to be more picky and choosy with the relationships too. I want to be able to have these friend groups that I have because they're so valuable to me and they're so fulfilling. But also noticing maybe a couple of these people right now aren't working the way I need them to, or maybe they're just not fitting into my era at the moment, and that doesn't mean anything about them. It just means about me and the choice I need to make and the expectations that I need to have of this person and how I need to be able to balance off with them, and just being softer with choices. For me, that really is just so incredibly important. Although, with all that being said, there's so much guilt of feeling like I'm not doing enough and feeling like I'm falling behind. This has been eating away at me. I'm gonna say 10 times a day, I am constantly thinking about the concept of falling behind and feeling guilty about these things, and it sucks. I'm 20. I'm turning 21 in a couple of months, which I'm really excited about. I'm gonna try to have a really fun party. I'm gonna try to absolutely maximize this summer, and not maximize in a crazy hot girl summer where I go out and party all the time, but maximize in enjoying every aspect of being outside and enjoying the world in every way that I can, and just enjoying the good weather too. So that's a whole side thing, and I'm super excited about it. But I am 20 right now, and I feel sometimes that I'm just not doing enough. I'm not a full-time student, and that eats away at me, feeling like I should be a full-time student to be successful, but also with my upbringing and being homeschooled, and also the way that I view the world now and education is, it's not the way that I think you need to do it, is just go into a degree because you have to, because it also really doesn't work for me. I'm not an academic person. I love to learn and I love knowledge, but academia, showing up and taking all these tests and stuff, that is my sisters and brothers thing. They love it. They eat that shit up. No part of me eats that up. Sometimes I like doing a test every once in a while just to feel I'm smart, and then I'm good. I'm genuinely good. But a test once a year, perchance, that's about right. But I want to focus on other things. And then sometimes I feel like I'm falling behind in this business. Have I only been doing this for 6 months since October? Is that 6 months? October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 7 months. I've been doing this for 7 months. Have I been doing YouTube since I was 13? Technically 12 even. Actually probably 11. I started filming videos. I've been fake filming videos since I was 6. But I feel behind in that. Or I feel behind in acting. Or I feel behind in just my general knowledge on health and taking care of my body. And you can feel behind in so many different ways. And it is eating away at me, and it's not something I want to keep accepting, and it's something I'm mentally working on too. And I'm trying to process. But oh my, just that one bite. That one's tough. Because I want to choose a soft life, because I know that all this growth is going to compound, and all this growth is actually really valuable once you take it day by day and you're slower with it and you're more careful about what you're actually choosing rather than going crazy intense for like 3 months and then dropping it off. It's so much better to slowly build it up over time so that 5 years in the future you end up realizing that you still have these habits and then they're solid for you. But there's just a back and forth of really wanting to choose that soft life because it physically really works for me. Body-wise, it works for me. It fills me up. It feels like it really is fulfilling. But I do want to work on these other things. So it's a balance, and it can really suck sometimes, but it can also be really beneficial. I think it's just me trying not to let myself feel shamed about those things and recognize I'm fucking 20. I'm 20. I have to figure stuff out. I have the rest of my life to do whatever I want. But in a sort of negative mindset, because a lot of people think this way. I have 10 years to find myself out before even 30 hits, and then I start to get more serious about careers or stuff like this. You know what I'm really thinking about? I'm kind of ahead of the game. And it shouldn't be a game, it shouldn't be a competition in any way, but to make myself feel a little bit better, there's nothing you're behind on. Because it's just life. You're supposed to be enjoying and doing what you feel passionate about and what fulfills you, and do something good for the world, and then you're good to go. That's all you need to do. As long as you're existing and you're happy to exist, you're good. Sometimes I just get really scared because I feel like I'm not going to be able to do everything I want to in life, and that sucks. Because there's so much I want to do. So much I want to do. And sometimes I do get worried about all of that, but we're working towards it. We're doing our best. A couple of things I want to say is, before I wrap this video up, is that I'm not behind. As long as I'm still working towards something that I feel really good about, I'm going to keep going. Also, I want to start doing things that are softer for my nervous system, not only for my overall health, but also just for my body, to really just calm myself and really be intentional rather than jumping to all these little things just because. And it's okay for things to not be fully finished. There's not a certain timeline that they have to hit. Just because I turned 21 doesn't mean that I need to be this completely perfect person and now everything is checked off. I'm allowed to exist in 21 and be flawed and not have everything figured out, but be on this journey of figuring everything out, and I'm allowed to go out and still enjoy those nights out and consider my life still a softer life and be more careful about my time. It's hard, it's heavy, it's a lot, but you get to a point where you feel better at life once you're picking the softer things. I know I do. The times where I go on hour to 2 hour walks in the day, and I prioritize that, not only to get my steps in and exercise, but it's mental health walk. I talk to myself and I try to therapize myself and figure things out. I feel so much better taking that time and putting that time into myself rather than running on a treadmill for 20 minutes and jumping off and then forcing myself to do, and then another task and boom. Because I will feel guilty because I just somehow don't get everything done, or I have to take a nap because I'm exhausted, or I have to have a 15th coffee, or I have to this or that. It's just stressful, it's tight, it's too much. I've done it before. I thought it was the way to go. It was not. I am glad I'm not doing that anymore. I want to be softer. I want to be slower. I want to be more careful with what I'm doing, more cautious, just more intentional in general. So that's where I'm at. Let me know where you guys are at. Tell me how you're feeling nowadays. What's up with you guys? What you're up to. I will absolutely see you guys in the next episode. I'm so excited to see you guys in the next episode. I love you all. Ciao. XOXO.